Hello everybody, this is Mr. Ive and welcome back to another episode of the South Carolina Gamecocks Dynasty here on EA Sports College Football 25, where today the 6-4 South Carolina Gamecocks travel to face the 7-3 6th-ranked Texas Longhorns as the gauntlet continues. Like I said, these are not going to be easy matchups. Now we get ahead to Texas for the first time in our school's history to face the Longhorns. We were coming off a loss of their own last week, 29-28 to the Virginia Cavaliers, so Texas will not be very happy in this game. While we got blown out last week against Tennessee, so both of these teams could really use a win. If you're excited for this one, make sure you drop a like and you subscribe down below, especially if you want more Dynasty Mode content, as we'll see the Texas offense first, one of the most dynamic offenses in college football. They start on the ground, though, and meet DVD, Derek Vincent Douglas, with his 6th tackle for a loss of 4. 2nd and 14, back to the ground. Ben Choice is the premier back for Texas, and the redshirt sophomore gets about 9 on that play. So big 3rd and 5 now for Texas, obviously led by Arch Manning, the future number 1 overall pick this year, who has missed 6 games because of an injury, but he did play good last week, 2 touchdown passes in the loss. But now he's got him out to the 39-yard line off the bootleg. Manning throws this one away. Very smart football, as you imagine. High IQ quarterback. 2nd and 10, they try to draw to Choice, and he maybe picks up 2 before being met by star linebacker Bryce Reeves. And now a 3rd and 8 for the Longhorns. Manning to throw, pressure in his face, throws it across the middle and is broken up. Good defense by Sonny Gallen to jar that one free. And Longhorns will punt, as we'll see South Carolina's offense take the field for the first time today. They'll start at their own 26-yard line. As you can see, this is a rocking crowd on the road. So they're going to probably lean on the ground game a lot early on, as there's Wade Mann with the first carry. And on 2nd and 7, he gets another one, bouncing it outside and maybe picks up 1. It's an early 3rd down for South Carolina. John Hajrullah, who checks back in as the crowd is roaring. But it's a quick strike to Jason Beckett, the junior tight end, who moves the chains. And the Gamecocks get their first down. They can check that box off. Next play, back to the ground with Wade Mann, and he's going to pick up 3 before being brought down. Already 3 carries, make it 4 for number 24. The leading nation's attempt and yards carry running back this season. That makes sense. He's got a first down, though, out to the 47 of Texas, and gets his 5th carry already. It's a gain of 1. He'll check out on this 2nd and 9 play, as this will be a screen for Hajrullah, who is quickly brought down by Joe Cheeseman. Now a 3rd and 8 for South Carolina, as they set up another screen. This time Monty Soro gets it, and he'll pick up a first down to the left. So that's a pretty solid drive here for South Carolina, trying to quiet this crowd. 1st and 10, screen outside for Russell, and Tyshawn Russell has space. It's a foot race to the corner, and he will win it. Touchdown Gamecocks. A bubble screen, it goes the distance, and Tyshawn Russell has his 4th touchdown of the season, and it's 7-0 South Carolina. Next drive for the Texas Longhorns. 1st and 10 from their own 46. Manning looks right side. He's picked off. Jeff Rubin with the interception in the junior corner from High Point, North Carolina with an INT. A big turnover there for Manning, and the Gamecocks have it in Longhorn field position. 1st and 10 at the 48. 2 tight ends here on 1st and 10. Reno to throw, dumps it off short for McNitt. But there's a flag down, and this will be 15 extra. A roughing the passer on Zena Umeozulu, the cousin of Gamecock linebacker Desmond Umeozulu. So some friendly family rivalry in this one. Now to the 31. Mann gets his 6th carry, picks up 4. 2nd and 6, right back to him. Nice hole up the middle. Good blocking by Beckett in the 2nd level. And that's going to be a 14-yard run. The Gamecocks right back in the red zone. And Mann starting to get going today. They give it to Hajrullah on 1st down. Nice cut up the middle. He picks up 6. He's now on 2nd and 4. Reno to throw. Looks right side. He's got Beckett, and that's a touchdown. 2nd touchdown of the season for Beckett. 2nd throwing touchdown of the day for Reno. And the Gamecocks lead 14-0. They come out to Texas early and punch them right in the mouth, as that'll be the end of the 1st quarter. South Carolina leading thanks to the interception, thanks to the 2 touchdown passes in the 1st quarter from Reno. And the ground game has been going well, too. Man started to get his mojo. 7.7 yards per play for South Carolina to 2.9 for Texas. And they start the 2nd quarter 3rd and 16, already way behind the sticks. Manning with the 4-man rush looks left side, and this one's knocked away. Great play, but Deshaun Heap tried to find Ryan Wingo. That'll be another punt. Gamecocks back with it. 1st and 10, but this will be a sack. Titus Butts up the middle. The sophomore from Louisiana, and it's quickly a 3rd and 10 for South Carolina, and they will concede this possession as Reno's hit as he throws. So a big 3 and outs from the Texas defense that was much needed. Offense gets it back, 1st and 10 from the 33, and here's a nice strike across the middle to Ryan Wingo. There's the impact senior with the grab, and now Texas starting to push the pace, trying to mix things up to go no huddle, and it's a bubble screen to Wingo, and he's got 9.5 yards, inches shy of the marker, and the no huddle continues. Bring a man in motion. Now they hand off to Shakir Condren, the true freshman, one of the best recruits out of this past class, a 5-star from Orange, California. With his first carry of the day, he will be a staple of the Texas offense for years to come. At the 20, off the play, fake, wide open for a touchdown is DeAndre Moore. 2nd straight week with a score, and the Texas Longhorns are on the board. It's now 14-7 as they cut the lead in half. Gamecocks offense back on the field. You got to stay ahead of Texas, so you let them come back in the game, and they will take advantage. There's a nice 6-yard run from Mann. Pistol now 3rd and 2, and Mann will not get there. A great tackle by Dakota Jewell, the true freshman 5-star from Chandler, Arizona with the tackle, and it goes right back to Texas. 1st and 10 off the play fake, dumped off shy. It's a pickup of 3 through the air. Man in motion now, 2nd and 7. It's going to be a swing pass to him, and it's actually behind him, and Moore's carried out of bounds. So that's a loss of 4, and now it's 3rd and 11. Manning in the pocket, he's sacked, he puts the ball on the ground, it's picked up by South Carolina, Vic Burley with it with nobody in front, and that's going to be a scoop and score 6 for the Gamecocks. Manning did not feel the pressure at all. Obinna Onwuka just went around the edge and just brought the sack, puts the ball on the ground, it's 21-7. Back with the football is Texas, and this will be a blown up screen, loss of 9. Colby Boyd had her own 5-star with the TFL. 2nd and 19 now. It's going to be 2nd and 24. Manning doesn't get the snap off. This Texas offense just not in a rhythm right now. Now it's 3rd and 19. And Manning will have to throw for it. Looks at the marker. It's incomplete. Tough throw. Led to the 2-minute warning. And now look at South Carolina at the 18 of Texas. 2nd and 3. Reno to throw. Outside the pocket. And he's hit as he throws. That one incomplete. 3rd and 3 now, a big 3rd down. Reno's going to throw for it. Looks short, has Manny, holds on through the contact. Big time conversion as it puts the Gamecocks deep into Texas territory. Now they can start to bleed some clock. 1st and 10, quick pass to Caldwell. He's been busy in the later half of this season. 3rd catch already of the day, gain of 9. Gamecocks can bleed more clock. We're inside 40 seconds. Reno dumps it short for Mann, and he will fall into the end zone for a touchdown. How about this? The hat trick in the first half for Dante Reno. And the Gamecocks are going to go into the intermission up 28-7 on the Texas Longhorns. Not sure if anybody saw this coming. This is very reminiscent of the game we saw against Auburn a couple weeks ago. But this time you're on the road in the house of the 6th-ranked team in the country. So we'll see if South Carolina can hold on in the second half. They do start off with the football at their own 20-yard line. They'll go to the ground with Wade Mann up by 21 points. He picks up 2. He's had a good day so far. 13 carries, 58 yards, and the receiving touchdown. 2nd and 8, getting him the ball again on the screen, and he gets some good blocks, but he picks up about 7. He's a yard shy. 3rd and 1 now, mixing some things up in the line of scrimmage. Reno, they'll just take actually a timeout. Gamecocks didn't like what the Texas Longhorns are giving them. They'll reset 3rd and 1. This time they will run it, and they'll pick up the 1st down. And this is also draining some clock. South Carolina doesn't seem like they're in any hurry. As Wade Mann with a nice cut picks up 9 as they continue to ground and pound the football. 2nd and 1. Change of the line of scrimmage. Texas creeps a man closer to it. They back off. Off the play fake. Reno wants the deep ball, and this one's knocked away. Good defense by the safety, Martin Escobar. And on 3rd and 1, Mann will not get there. So good defense from Texas. They do force the punt, but you're down by 21. You got to get the offense going. They've been kind of inconsistent so far. And on that play, he's intercepted. Right as they say that, the first play from scrimmage, it's an interception. And it's Jeff Rubin with his 2nd of the day. He gets an assist from Sonny Gallen, who tipped it, but now Rubin's got the Gamecocks set up at the 35 of Texas. They go to the ground. It's a loss of 3, though. It's a nice tackle by Titus Butts, who's been the best defensive lineman for the Longhorns today. Now 3rd and 13, Reno, and he's going to be sacked. That's the one thing you could not do there. As a sack from Talisili Aksuna will knock him out of field goal range. So unfortunately, the Gamecocks get nothing off the turnover as the Texas Longhorns begin their next drive. And, well, this one will not count. It's a flag, an eligible man downfield against the Longhorns. Left guard Connor Stroh just continues to show how inconsistent this Longhorn offense has been. It's on 2nd and 16. It's a sack. Caleb Bryant not fooled from the play fake. And the Mississippi State transfer makes it now 3rd and 22. Manning to throw again, just looks short. This will be caught by the tight end Jordan Washington. And it'll put the Longhorns in field goal range, and they'll take 3 going into the 4th quarter. 28-10 your score. South Carolina up by 3 scores going into the 4th quarter. As you can see, could really shake up this rankings as the Longhorns will suffer their 4th defeat. At the beginning of the 4th quarter, South Carolina will tack on 3 more. It's now 31-10, back up to a 21-point lead for South Carolina. And Texas got to get something going. They're out to about midfield now, 1st and 10. It's a sack around the edge. Desmond Umeozulu with the sack. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd and 4 for Texas. Manning to throw in the pockets. Throws it left. That's a nice throw and a nice catch by DeAndre Moore. He's had a pretty solid day. Out to the 20, Texas goes no huddle. This is where they've been the most successful today, is when they go with this no huddle sort of offense. There's a pickup of 7 for Shakir Condren. Now 2nd and 3 from 14. Man in motion. They hand it off left side, but Bryant is there again with a nice TFL. Makes it now 3rd and 6. Manning off the play fake. Has a bubble screen. Nice open throw to Moore. Down to the 2-yard line. But it will not count. They're going to get pass interference on the offense. Ryan Niblett blocking way before the ball was thrown. And that was 3rd and 16. So again, way behind the sticks is Texas. Manning to throw. And he will fire towards the end zone. And this one is dropped. That was 6 points for Moore, but he drops it. Now it's 4th and 16. Texas will go for it. And they throw this one towards the sticks. And it's intercepted again. Give him the hat trick. Jeff Rubin with his 3rd INT of the day. Having himself a career game. 3rd interception for Manning. 4th total turnover for the Longhorns. Now, South Carolina would get nothing off the turnover, so Texas back with the football. We're inside 5 minutes. As on 3rd and 2, Manning just throws this one away. He has 243 yards, but 3 INTs. It's now 4th and 2. They hand it off to Condren. He's going to pick up the 1st down. But another flag is down. A late flag. They're going to get left guard Connor Stroh again on a hold. Texas continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And now it's 4th and 8. Trying to spread out the defense. 5 men in the pattern. Manning to throw up the seam. Has a receiver, and that's going to be a touchdown. 48-yard strike to Ryan Niblett. His 6th touchdown of the season. And Texas cuts it within 2 touchdowns. The score now 31-17. Next drive for the Gamecocks, 3rd and 5. As they're just trying to bleed some clock, Reno will throw this short, and it's actually incomplete. Knocked down at the line of scrimmage. So Texas with 2-minute warning and down by 2 touchdowns, all 3 timeouts. They're not out of this one just yet. 2nd and 6. Manning wants the deep shot here, and this one is incomplete. Double coverage trying to find Ryan Wingo downfield. Danny Kaufman with the deflection. And now you got 3rd and 6. Manning looks left side. Has his receiver. It's caught for Wingo for a 1st down. Manning will call his 1st timeout. Minute 45 to go. Up the seam. Takes a huge shot, but it's held on by Niblett. Another 1st down. Clock will momentarily stop. Texas will rush to the line. They take the snap at about a minute 40. Manning up the seam again has a man, but this time it's incomplete. Jeff Rubin with the pass breakup. What a day he's having. 2nd and 10. Manning spins off a sack. Voids 2, but can't avoid the 3rd. Brought down, and that's going to be big. Texas doesn't use a timeout. They're trying to hurry to the line. 3rd and 18. Manning to throw. Looks left side, and this one's intercepted again. Danny Kaufman this time with it, the 4th INT of the day. And that will be your dagger. South Carolina upsets the 6th-ranked team in the nation by a final score of 31-17. Gamecocks come into enemy territory, I wouldn't say rival territory, and play an absolute lights-out performance. Wade Mann gets player of the game. I honestly would give it to Jeff Rubin. He had 3 interceptions in this game. Wade Mann had a great day, but the defense came in clutch. Manning got picked off 4 times. Yes, he threw for 317 yards, but he turned over the football 5 times, while South Carolina didn't give it up once. So a great day for the Gamecocks. The offense looked great too. Reno only threw 146 yards, but it's because he didn't have to throw any yards. Wade Mann was running the football. We were up by a lot. I feel like the offense is starting to find their stride too, and that's great because we got Clemson on the docket next week. Here we get some good news. Player of the week goes to Desmond Umeozulu. He had a great game, but how does Jeff Rubin not get it? He had 3 interceptions. I think we're prioritizing tackles for a loss a little bit too extreme here, because he also gets National Defensive Player of the Week. Again, I'm happy for him, but this should have gone to Jeff Rubin. Now, it's not all good news. We get some bad news in the recruiting. Dalvin Fontaine has picked NC State over us, a nice receiving back from Newton, North Carolina. And the Wolfpack also beat us out on Dakota Merling, a right tackle that I liked, also from North Carolina. So NC State steals a couple of players that we liked, and we will see them actually in a few years when these players are in their upperclassmen years. It's rivalry week next week. Georgia Tech's going to be a big one. This is the best team the Yellow Jackets have had in quite some time. Kentucky pulls up the upset against Oklahoma by a point, and probably the biggest upset of the season. Wyoming goes to Tennessee and wins. The Cowboys get it done against the Vols, and then Miami beats Georgia Tech. Here are your scores in Week 12. Wisconsin now ranked on another big win. The Badgers have been the team you don't want to face recently. Sam Houston's now ranked. They slaughtered Kennesaw State, and then Georgia State doubles up App State 34-17. Nebraska wins because they're not facing a ranked opponent, so they get the victory. Clemson out to number 4. We'll see them this week. They put up 52 against Boston College. That's not going to be an easy one. Colorado State gets a Pac-12 victory over Oregon State. Buffalo over Bowling Green. Florida State drops one at home to Duke 24-20, and then Arizona escapes in Waco 31-28. Rutgers now up to number 9. They beat Ohio State. I don't know how they're still ranked behind them. The Scarlet Knights have put themselves right in playoff contention. Michigan State's now bowl eligible with a victory over Indiana. Navy beats FAU 28-6. Akron knocks Central Michigan out of the rankings, and then Illinois beats Michigan. Michigan was 7-0. They've lost 4 straight. A free fall for the Wolverines. Tulsa over Tulane. Hawaii puts up 45 against Nevada. I don't know where that came from. FIU now ranked. They beat Western Kentucky, so good job for the Panthers. Louisiana knocks off James Madison. North Carolina gets a nice victory against Wake Forest. Utah over Oklahoma State in the Big 12. We see Iowa State get it done on the road against Kansas to get to bowl eligibility. Same thing with BYU. They start off 7-0. They lose this week to Kansas State. They're now 7-4. Kentucky, we saw upset Oklahoma on the road by a point. Syracuse gets beat by NC State. The Wolfpack had a very good week, we saw. UNLV over Air Force, and then West Virginia beats UCF. More on the Mountaineers in just a minute. That ranking is ridiculous. They're 5-6. How are they ranked 21st? Colorado now up to number 10, smoking Arizona State. I know Deion Sanders is happy. Ole Miss squeaks by Texas A&M, and then in the big game, California beats Stanford. Texas State in a shootout over Louisiana Monroe. TCU gets it done against Texas Tech. Miami up to number 3 now with the victory over Georgia Tech. I still think the Hurricanes should be number 1, but I digress. UTEP over New Mexico in the MWC. Marshall back in the rankings, beating Old Dominion. And then we see Middle Tennessee State over New Mexico State. Northern Illinois and their Mac Swang song lose to Ohio. Obviously, we beat Texas. Somehow we're still not ranked. What are we doing, community? USC is number 1 in the nation. The nice victory over Washington, 28-20 in the game of the week. Virginia got smoked by Pittsburgh. And then Arkansas beats Alabama. So the Crimson Tide only 6-5 this season. Arkansas State over South Alabama. Tennessee, we lost. They only follow number 12, though. I think that's being very generous to the defending champs. Memphis gets smoked by Charlotte in a disappointing season for the Tigers. Continue Georgia Southern over Coastal Carolina. UAB back up to number 6 with a victory over North Texas. And then Penn State, the second best team in the nation, beating Purdue on the road. Florida back up to 15. They beat Missouri, and the White-Hot Tigers go down. Virginia Tech knocks off Liberty 40-35. And then Georgia with a victory on the road against a struggling LSU team. Fresno State 3-0 in the Pac-12. They beat Utah State. Auburn up to number 11, smoking Mississippi State on the road. Another team that we beat, by the way. Troy over Southern Miss. Cincinnati loses to Houston. South Florida over East Carolina. And Oregon finally gets back in the win column. they take down Iowa. Here are players of the week. We know Umeozulu got it. Zachary Black of Utah State in the loss had 3 touchdowns and 210 yards. While in the SEC, Jeff Bauer of Vanderbilt, again, he's had a really good month. Gets player of the week again. Here's a look at your rankings. Honestly, I think these rankings are a joke. I know we have 4 losses, but how are we not ranked? We've beaten Auburn, we've played Georgia close, and we just beat Texas, who is now not in the rankings. And West Virginia ranked is honestly the dumbest thing I've ever seen. What are we doing? They're 5-6. How are they ranked 21st? That makes no sense. Here are your big games this week in rivalry week. Georgia, Georgia Tech, us and Clemson. Michigan plays number 7 Ohio State, and the number 1 team USC plays UCLA. Rivalry week is always a fun time around the country, and the stakes are even higher this year, especially for our team. We have yet to beat Clemson in this series. They are the 4th ranked team in the nation, but this might be the best Gamecocks team we've had. The offense is starting to click. The defense is playing the best defense we've ever seen, as long as you take out that Tennessee game. But that's kind of scary because this Clemson offense reminds me a lot of that Tennessee team we just played. They don't play as fast as the Vols, but they have a very electric offense. Their defense is very good. The only saving grace, I think, is this game is in Columbia, so we will have the home field advantage. Can we finally knock off the Tigers? Because it doesn't matter how many wins you rack up, you have to win your rivalry game, and that is something we have not accomplished yet in this series. We'll have to see if we can do in the next one. But thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys have enjoyed this series and cannot wait for more. If you have, make sure you drop a like and subscribe down below, especially if you want more Dynasty Mode content. This is Mr. Rob, and I'll see you in the next one.